Today we have Matt Patterson from saving turtles in Madagascar, Belize, and around the world, now coming to Lake Oswego. Matt Patterson, the award-winning artist and conservationist, is featured in our Dee Denton Gallery and featured in our Art Decked Out and the Lake Oswego Festival of the Arts. Welcome, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to talk and I'm excited to come to Oregon.
Pleasure to have you. He is a artist and illustrator of the New York Times bestseller of Times and Turtles, co-collaborated with Cy Montgomery, also featured in the Washington Post and in the Fine Art Connoisseur. Welcome. We are so happy to have you and dive into some questions here for the audience and maybe future illustrators.
Yeah,
How
great.
did you make the connection with your co-author, Cy Montgomery?
Yeah, well, I actually had read of her book Soul of an Octopus, and Cy at the time lived a few towns over from me, and we had a lot of friends in common, a lot of animal people. And I emailed her, and then we ended up meeting at an art festival about 9 years ago, and instantly became friends. And I quickly introduced her to the world of turtles. We started going out and doing turtley things together, like kayaking and doing nest protection and stuff. And soon we were working on books together, and we've done 3 books about turtles.
That's awesome. Did the publishing house pick you as an illustrator?
No, usually that's how it works, right? A publishing house will pick the illustrator, but me and Cy actually proposed our books together because we were researching them together when we were kind of living it together, and that's how we got started. She's done what 39 books, so she's done a lot of
Amazing.
books. But I've done. We just finished our 4th book together. It won't be out for another year, but yeah, we've done four books together.
And what's that titled?
The new one is the Book of Caterpillars,
Oh,
and
that sounds
we
amazing.
yeah, we did the Book of Turtles, and this is kind of the same idea. Like turtles are an animal that everyone can recognize, what a turtle is, but they're full of surprises. Like there are turtles that can sprint 15 miles an hour on land. There are turtles that can climb. There are turtles with necks longer than their bodies. There's a turtle that pees out of its mouth, which
Oh
kids love
my
to hear
gosh.
about. Yeah. Um, so the Book of Caterpillars is the same thing where it's everyone knows what a caterpillar is, but they kind of power the world. Everything, relies on them and eats them, and there are caterpillars that make noise. There are caterpillars that can kill people. There's a
Wow.
caterpillar that has eats snails, and it spins this little silky web and it holds a snail down and it eats it alive, and then it decorates its body with the shells of its slain victims. So it's
Wow.
introducing people into the wild world of that.
Oh man, that sounds like a future documentary that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Um, so tell us more about your background in art and a possible tip for kids that are thinking about sketching these animals.
Yeah. Well, I've loved animals and I've loved art since I could speak, and probably before that. My father was a biology teacher, so growing up I was always around different animals, and I loved um, looking for them, observing them, catching them, and of course drawing them. And it's funny, my parents saved a lot of my early drawings from when I was real little, and they're all turtles, dinosaurs, and fish. Um, so throughout my life, that my love for art and wildlife continued to grow, and I eventually went to school at the University of New Hampshire and then at the Art Institute of Boston for illustration. And I've been a wildlife. I grew up painting animals, and I'm still painting animals, so I guess not much has changed. Tips for people, for kids who want to do this or want to do art is, I would say, always draw, always paint, keep practicing constantly. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing a landscape, or if you're painting an animal, observe it and take notes, do sketches, and look for other artists who you really like and admire their work and see how they do things and study that as well.
In your travels, what have you learned about preservation and conservation of turtles? And Also, what's your favorite turtle?
Well, my favorite turtle, I'll start with that, is it's a wood turtle, and it's here. I live in New Hampshire, so it's here on the East Coast, and it's
Oh,
related. Yeah, it's related to the Western pond turtle, which is out by you. Um, and a wood turtle has these. It's really intelligent, and it has these bright red legs and neck, and its shell is brown, and it has like a sun pattern. It's really beautiful, a
oh,
really beautiful animal.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, what I've learned about turtles and turtle conservation in my travels, I've been to Madagascar with the Turtle Survival Alliance, surveying critically endangered radiated tortoises in the spiny forest, which was an incredible experience. Just getting there was was wild. It traveled more than 24 hours in the air, and once I got there, I had to travel about 9 hours bouncing down dirt tracks into you know,
Wow.
to really remote areas. And I lived in this little tiny tent. It was more like a coffin because it was so hot.
Oh,
every night it was, the heat was like nothing I experienced before, and there's no real way to escape it. So it was an amazing place, though. And I've been to Belize a few summers ago with the Turtle Survival Alliance, trapping and tagging turtles in the rainforest, which was also an incredible place where the rainforest it's so bright with color, and the air is thick, and there are monkeys and snakes and ants and turtles. And on that trip I even took home parasites.
oh
So
gosh. Yeah, I was
well,
just going to ask, how do you sleep? Because I'm sure you hear interesting animal noises at night
oh
and then you're
yeah,
worried
lovely
about
sounds
getting
though.
bit.
No, I loved it. I loved it. But what I've learned is just how important it is to conserve these wild places where they live, like the spiny forest, for instance, in Madagascar. There's nowhere else like it, and I think it's about 90% of it is already gone. It's been cut
Wow.
down.
Oh,
We know about the rainforest as well. Turtles are really amazing animals. They're some of the toughest animals in the world. They've been around for over 200 million years. They survived asteroid impact 66 million years ago. They survived ice ages. But really, the question is, will they survive us? Because they're one of the most endangered groups of animals on the planet, and they're threatened with habitat loss, which is a huge problem to roads and houses and buildings, factories. They're threatened with climate change, which is
mhm.
particularly a problem for some reptiles like turtles, because the sex of the turtle is determined by temperature.
Oh,
So if you
interesting.
even Yeah, so like a nest will have eggs in the top, eggs in the bottom. The ones on the top will be a little bit warmer, and that few degrees will determine those to be females, and the cooler ones will be males. So if it goes up just by a few degrees, you'll get all females, which is a problem. Another big
Mm,
problem is poaching for the illegal pet trade. So turtles are really threatened by all these things, and it's really important to know that and to be able to help them. There are a
yeah.
lot of things that anyone can do. You can support organizations that protect wetlands and wildlands where they live. You can help turtles across the road, which is a real easy thing. You can support groups like the Turtle Survival Alliance. So there are a lot of things. They're really incredible animals, and they do need help right now.
So true. Well, tell us what visitors will see at our festival. What specific art will you bring? And maybe you can tap in a little bit about your lecture.
Yeah,
And
yeah, absolutely. So the art you'll see is from art from three books. The three books we were talking about, I did with Cy, of Time and Turtles, the Book of Turtles, and then our latest one, which came out in the fall, The True and Lucky Life of a Turtle. So I'll have original artwork, original illustrations from that there. There'll be some pen and ink, bird pen and ink drawings, and I have another painting that's a bird painting that will be their original that I just recently did.
Friday, June 26th, Matt Patterson will speaking at 2 p.m. And Sunday, June 28th, Matt will be speaking, offering his children's workshop at 10 a.m. And for those of you who are just learning about the Lake Oswego Festival of the Arts, we're a nonprofit art institution dedicated to providing arts education, performances, and exhibitions to the general public. We are free with a suggested donation, and we will have shuttles available. And we thank you, Matt, for your time today and look forward to seeing you this June.
Yeah, I look forward to it, and I look forward to talking with people about art, about turtles, the whole thing.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.